In yesterday's class, we have started with the hooks. Yesterday, we are seeing one issue, right? When we execute a register dot, right, register one dot feature, we are unable to execute it. Right, right. Because why we are unable to execute? Because of simple mistake. Right. So many times, right, we discussed. Right here, see, just it is executing before all, after all scenario, but test actual scenario is not executed. What is the mistake here? Right. Here, simple mistake. Right. Yesterday by mistake, some space is happened. Right. So many times we discuss. Right. We have to. Right. If you are getting same issue. Right. Suppose if it is not executing any scenario, first check is it should not have any space before the colon. Right. We have to make sure that there should not be any right space. Because of that, what happened yesterday? Right, it got not executed. It will right kill our time also. Right, simple mistake only, but we cannot able to understand. So now it is working fine. Okay, fine. We'll quickly jump into our class. Right, yesterday we have created a hooks class. Right, what are the hooks? Hooks are execute before and after the scenario. Right, before and after the scenario. Right, what are the hooks we have? We have a before at the rate before. It will execute the before starting the scenario. And after scenario. It will execute after, right? After executing the scenario. Before step and after step. Before step will execute for before executing the each step in the scenario. Right. After step will execute after executing the right each step in the scenario. Before all, after all, before all will execute only one time before starting the first scenario execution. Right. After all, it will execute once all the scenarios are executed. After all scenario will be executed. Right. Fine. Now after that, right, we have a tagged hooks. Right. Tagged hooks. Before that, right. Before that, in real time, what will happen? Suppose if you want to run particular feature, suppose I have a here multiple features are there. If you want to run particular feature, how we can run? We can give the direct name. Right. We can give the direct name. It will run it. Right, but I want to suppose this scenario has a multiple scenarios. This feature has a multiple scenarios. Then I want to execute a particular scenario. Right, I want to execute particular scenario, or I want to execute tomorrow. Right, someone executed just execute the smoke testing. Right, or sanity testing. Right, someone asked to execute do the sanity or right smoke testing. Then how we will do? Right. In TestNG, if you have idea, we can manage with the testng.xml file. Right. In testng.xml file, we can give the include text. We can manage it. But here, how to do that? Right. Here we don't have anywhere to mention that. Right. One thing is right by using the name, we can manage. We can execute only right one scenario. Right. If it matches the word, it will execute. But we cannot make it our scenario names like this match. Right, it cannot be possible with name. Right, then what is the other option? We have a one more option called tags. Right, one more option called tags. Right, now we have these many scenarios I want to execute, but we can make it at the time of writing test case itself. Right, we can write the some tags, any tag, your own tag also you can create it. Right, just at the rate. Suppose it is a related to smoke. Right, we can give the okay at the rate smoke. Suppose we can give multiple annotations also. It belongs to both the smoke and regression. We can give smoke and regression both. Right, regression means every we have to run all. Right, regression will come basically. Suppose sanity. Right, this is I want a something smoke. Right, like this on top of the each scenario we can make it, and future also we can. Suppose this entire feature I want to make it as a login. Right. Tomorrow you want to run all the login related features. Suppose you have a login related multiple features. Right. On top of we can also give login feature so that if you give this tag, all the login related scenarios will execute. right, on top of feature. That means this login will applicable to the all the scenarios. If we give on top of the feature, this login will applicable to all the scenarios. Right, this smoke is related to only this scenario. Wherever we have given, only those will execute. Now how to run? All right, now how to run it? Right, let me, on the runner file, what we will do, we'll make it as a folder level. Right, we'll remove the specific feature, we'll make it as a folder. Then how to run it? There is, so far we have learned, these are the options, Cucumber options we have seen, features, blue code snippets, these things like this. Similarly, we have a text. Right, similarly, we have a text. Right, here we can give, right, what is that? What scenarios I want to execute? I want to execute smoke. Okay, I want to execute the smoke. Right, just comma separate. Right, TAGS text. Okay, fine. Now run it. Right, if you run it, what are the executed here? See, verify. One is a successful login with credentials, login with empty field. We have given smoke for two test cases. This is the first one is the first scenario is what successful login with valid credentials and login with empty field. So only these two are executed. Right, only these two are executed. Right, tomorrow suppose you want to execute, right, we will automate, right, hundreds of features, sometimes hundreds of scenarios. Out of that, you want to execute only one scenario. That is just simple. You can make it as at the rate current. I want to run, this is the current, or you can make it as a some naming of it. I want to run this one only, ABC. Right, we can make it anything. Right, just we can make it as, right, then just give that. Simple, right? It will run only that scenario only. Right? We can make it any name. Right? We can make it any name. Tag name can be anything. It cannot be right fixed. Right? By using the tags, we can control the execution of the future files or scenarios. Future files or scenarios we can control by using the tags. And also we can give here multiple tags also. Suppose you want to run multiple, right? We can give, right, or condition. We can have a or and condition. We can have a both. Suppose I want to run, right, smoke and sanity both. Right. We can make it like this. Right. We can give the or condition. Right. So that it will run both. Or condition means what? Either it has a smoke or it has a sanity. It will run both. Say three scenarios run now. Suppose the scenario which has both, then only it should run. Right. If you run it, right, I think we don't have any scenario which has a both. And means it should have both smoke and sanity. Then only it will execute. Right. Mostly we will not use and case. Right. Mostly we will use the or case. Right. Or case. Right. And also we can use, I want to run a not of sanity. We can also use the negative. Right. A not of sanity. That means other than sanity, it will execute remaining. Other than sanity, it will execute the remaining all the scenarios. It will execute all the scenarios. Right. Not also we can use. Right. You can combine both the not of sanity and regression. Right. Like this or condition working out. Right. Like this we can also combine. We can get at tags. We can use the R and case in the tags. Now coming to our hooks, we can have a tagged hooks also. Right. Tagged hooks also. Suppose, right. Where is that? Our hook file? This here. Right. Suppose I want to run a particular hook, a particular right, before step. I want to special condition. I want to, right. Some steps may require some special feature. Right. Not all steps required. Right. Some scenarios are steps. Some scenarios are steps. A special thing it required before executing. Then what we can do before that? Right. We can add a Suppose we can add value, writing directly, I think value at the rate set. Right, like this we can give, right? That means this one will execute only for suppose smoke I have given. Right, this will execute only for the smoke. This will execute this before. We can have any number of befores. Any number of befores. That means before executing the smoke, I want to do something else, right? In those cases, this is called tagged hooks. That means we can control this hook by using the tag. That means only for smoke, this one will execute. Only for smoke, it will execute this one. Right. Sometimes we can have a multiple also. Right. We can have a multiple. Right. We can have multiple hooks also. Right. We can also control it by using the. Uh, we can also control it. Right. We can also have a order. Right. We can also have a order. Mm, we need to give comma. Okay, comma. Right, order. That means which order we want to execute. Suppose these two I want to execute for smoke, but I want to execute first this one, next this one. Right, in those cases, we can control by using order also. Right, we can have a tagged hooks. We can have it for before or after, before step, after step for anything. Right, we can have a multiple hooks. Right, multiple hooks. Right, hooks do not appear in the feature file. We will not write in the feature file. Only in the Java file we will write. They execute automatically with every matching scenario. They will execute automatically. Execution order we can control by using the order. Right. Those are the tagged hooks. Right. Those are the tagged hooks. And then we have seen the what are the tags. Tags in Cucumber are labels or annotations. Let you control the scenarios or future to execute. Right. Tags are used to just control the execution of the scenarios. We can give on top of the feature or on top of the scenario, and we can have a multiple annotations or multiple tags also. Say one scenario can have multiple tags. Right, we can have multiple tags. We can give only one tag, or we can have a negative tag, not of, or we can have a under, or we can combine with and or. Right, these are the different types we can use the right tags. Keyword tagging scenario code. Fine, that is fine. Right, some of the right best practices. These are all so far we have learned all those things. What are the best practices in the Cucumber while writing? Right, reusing the steps across the feature. Right, whenever you have a common step, just common code logic. You want to execute the common logic, just make it as a common. Right, don't write for each scenario same logic again and again. Right, what we can make it as a suppose the user is on the login page. This is the common for all the scenarios, right? We no need to write in every scenario or every feature file, right? So make it as only one step across all, right? It will automatically recognize wherever step is, right? While running our feature file, it will recognize automatically wherever it is, right? Because we have given this is the scan, right? In the runner file, what is the glue code we have given? Step definition. Under the step definition, wherever it is, that the step is wherever it is, it will automatically find out, it will execute that step. Right, we no need to worry about it. Right, one is the common. A best practice, use the reusable and generic wording in our steps. Right, organizing the step definitions. Right, to keep the test suite clean and maintainable, follow the organization tips. Right, we should have a packages. Right, we cannot write everything under one package itself. Right, later what will happen? It will become 50, 100. Right, we will. It is very difficult to find out which feature is what. So for each feature, login has a login. Create the login package. right? Admin package, right? Based on the feature, just create one feature has a multiple feature file, suppose, right? One functionality. That means in our application, one functionality is a very huge functionality. We will get multiple feature files. So keep it under one package. Don't write everything under, right? Don't try to write everything under one feature file or step definition file. Actually, right? It will be become a very complex. Right? It's difficult to understand also. Right? So divide it into packages and write down it clearly. Right? Separate the utility code. Right? Suppose there is a utility code. Right? Directly don't write inside a login steps. Right? Suppose you have a utility code. Right? Reading the XML file or Excel file, JSON file, property file. Create a separate utility. Right? Call that. Create an object. Call that or static method you can create. Call it. Right? Don't write reusable logic inside the steps. Right? Inside the steps. That is separate utility code is separated. Right? Use the tags. Right? Group by tags. Right? If you have a that is easy to execute. Why? Right? If you maintain the tags, it is very easy to execute particular scenarios. And then background. Whenever you want to, right? Your feature has a common steps, right? We can make it as a background. Background means what? Common steps. It will execute automatically before executing the scenario. If we keep inside a background. Right. Then avoid duplicate scenarios. That means what? Right. If you don't have idea about data-driven testing, how to achieve data-driven testing in the Cucumber? By using the scenario outline and examples. Right. If you don't know about it, what will happen? Right. For each item, we will write a one scenario. Right. For laptop, we will write one. Phone, we will write one. Right. Don't make it. Avoid duplicating similar scenarios. Same logic, we know it. Just data will be changed. Logic will be same only. Right. Make it as a data-driven testing. Avoid too much technical details. Right. Avoid too much technical details in the feature file. Right. Don't write technical details in the feature files. Right. Consistent terminology. Right. We have to use across all the feature file. Right. Same terminology. Right. Otherwise, right. What will happen? Everyone, if you just suppose you want to maintain IAM, so some people will maintain IAM or user is on the login page. User is on the login page. Right. You want to make it as a user or I. Right. Anything. Okay, make it common across the all the feature files. Right. Don't use the different terminologies in different feature files. Right. Right. What are these are the common mistakes we will do that initially it will not happen anything. After implementing lot of feature files, those things will become a very burden. Right. It's make it difficult to understand those things. Right. Avoid duplicate steps. Don't hard code any test data. Right. Don't mix the logic with the step definition. Right. Don't mix the logic with the step definition. Ambiguation steps. Right. While using the regular expression, we must be very careful. Right. Regular expression sometimes the same steps will become. We thought the regular expressions are different. Both regular expression. If you use two steps are there, you are using two different regular expression. But internally, maybe those things both are same. Suppose same steps are there. It will ambiguous steps. That means while executing our feature file is difficult to suppose you have a suppose I am on the login page. Right, we are giving the some right here some URL. Maybe I want to log in with some URL. Right, inside right. Suppose inside what will happen? Right, you will write a step definition for it. Right, a step definition. If you write a same step definition for a same up to here is same, but here you are using by mistake. Right, two steps with different regular expressions. Right, it will become what will happen ambiguous. That means it will not find out which one to execute. It will confuse about it. Right, while using the regular expressions, we must be very careful. So mostly use the cucumber expressions only. It is easy to understand. Right, very rare scenario, we will use the regular expression. Right, overuse of the tags. Right, don't overuse the tags. That means one scenario can contain 4 or 5 tags. Right, it is very difficult to identify. Right. Then mostly whenever right running our regression or anything smoke, just to verify all the steps are implemented. Dry run, keep it as a dry run true, and then execute it once. So that what will happen? It will verify all the steps first. It will verify all the steps first. Right. So that we will know which one is not implemented, which one is not implemented, so that we can understand before. After that, what will happen? Suppose you thought everything is implemented, you triggered the regression, you went away, right? After 1 hour, you came and see all are failed because of simple one step is not implemented, right? 1 hour is wasted, right? These things will kill us our time in the testing process, right? I have observed a lot of times. Simple changes will kill us time actually, right? So before executing, make sure dry run true, and then after that, keep it as a false, right? Sometimes we will forget about it, false, and then test cases will not run, scenarios will not run. If you make it as a dry run true and keep on running, you forget about it, right? These are all simple changes. It will right make it as a longer time to identify. So these simple steps we have to remember. Right, now coming to integration with the Selenium, we will see later. Right, we'll see later integration. We will see different types of reports. Right, already we know few of the reports. Just few more reports are there, important reports. So we will see all those things. Right, one is the Pretty. We know what is the Pretty plugin. Right, if we give the Pretty plugin, what will happen? In the console, it will show as in colors, steps. If you make it as a false, right, pretty means it will show in some format. Suppose, okay, let me remove this, right, pretty plugin. Now, if you try to execute it, right, if you execute, see, it's somewhat difficult to identify, right, what is the step, what is the actual step, what is the future step, what is the execution step, right? We cannot identify that, right? If you make it as a pretty plugin, our right in the console, we can easily identify which is the step and which is the system.out.println. Right, what we can right here some color is coming. That means this is a step. Remaining all are inside a steps. Inside system.out. Because of system.out.println, these are all printing. Right, that is the pretty plugin advantage. Right, we can see easily identify what is what by using console. And one more is HTML. Right, if you want to generate a HTML report, then we can give the HTML colon, then where I want to generate it, right? You can give any package, right? Any folder you can give. Currently, I have given target slash, right? Target slash means what? Under root directory, under Cucumber training. Here target folder, under target folder, it will generate a Cucumber reports.html file. Similarly, JSON colon, don't give any spaces, JSON colon, target slash cucumber.json, and then similarly JL. These three are the basic things, right? In TestNG, you know, TestNG will generate some basic report, right? TestNG HTML report, basic report. Similarly, here also, these are the basic reports of the Cucumber. We can generate HTML, we can generate a JSON, we can generate a XML. Right, see, here one is the HTML only we can understand. The remaining two are in different format, so it is difficult to understand. Right, we can open, right click and open it. Right, it will show us right what is the executed, which scenarios executed, which scenarios right failed. It will show everything. Right, if you want to generate somewhat little bit right more advanced, right, somewhat a little bit more advanced, then we can generate. Cucumber reports in different format. Cucumber reports we can generate by extent reports also we can generate. Allure reports also we can generate. These are the advanced reports that we can generate in the Cucumber. Right. One is the advanced Cucumber report. We can generate extent report. We can generate a test engine. But to generate those things, we have to make it as a few changes. Right. We'll see. First, we'll see the advanced Cucumber report, how to generate it. Right. Okay, fine. First step is okay. Cucumber report. There is a plugin. Right, there is a plugin. I will right later we will see how to commit to the Git and right. I can share this in the Git so that you will also able to get it. Right. Just we have to. There is a one plugin under plugins. Right. Build. We have currently only compiler plugin. Only compiler plugin. Now one more plugin. We can add the. This is the Maven Cucumber reporting plugin. Right. This is a Maven Cucumber report plugin. Right. It will have a some steps. Right. Just which here we need to how it will generate report based on the JSON file, right? First, it will generate once we execute. What will happen? It will generate the JSON file, right? Based on this JSON, cucumber.json, we must have a JSON plugin, right? Then only based on that JSON, right? Here we are giving what we are giving. Take that JSON file, generate the report based by using that JSON file. Right, we must have a JSON file. First of all, we have a plugin JSON, then only it will generate. Right, this is one. And then in the runner file, what we need to keep it in runner file also, we need to keep it. Okay, HTML file, Cucumber. Okay, pretty plugin extent. Okay, I think we'll run and see. Okay, it is executed. Just refresh it. Oh, okay, where it is? I think something we are missing. Okay, let me check it. Parameter report output cucumber reports. We have to give the where we want to. Okay, this is normal. Okay, this is normal only. Where the cucumber reports generates HTML JSON on crumb step definition. Okay, fine. This is extent report. Okay, something I'm missing. Okay. Okay, these things we have added. And then we have added a plugin. Now in cucumber plugin verify generate. Okay. Okay. Actually, we have to run using the we have if you want to generate that cucumber, right? We have to generate using the Maven. Actually, we have to generate because we have given here Maven plugin. It will generate in which phase? It will generate in a right verify phase. So we have to run using the Maven. Then only it will generate. Right. Otherwise, it will not generate our report. Right. How to run it then? How to run it for that right how to tell Maven to run our right runner file how should it know Maven suppose if you right click and run it simple right verify Maven verify suppose I run here phase is verify so in the verify phase if you run it it will right it will run test cases and then it will automatically generate the report but how to tell Maven take this runner file and run our features right it is see it did not run any feature files, but how to tell it? That is the important thing while running the Maven. Right in real time, what will happen? We will click from the, we will run from the CI/CD tool, Jenkins or Git, right? GitLab, GitHub, right? Different things are there. We will run from there. How we will run by using the Maven only, right? There we cannot run directly right click and run our file, right? We have to give some commands. So how to tell that? we have to add one more plugin called Surefire plugin. I think if you have idea about the test engine, right, Maven test engine, how to run it, you will have idea. We have a one more plugin called Surefire plugin. Right, by using the Surefire plugin here, we can give the configuration that we can have include. Right, star means from any path take the runner file. From any path take the runner file and run it. Right. Now we will run it again. Right click, run as edit. Right, it is the important in TestNG also. If we want to run our say, TestNG test cases through Maven Surefire plugin is the important. Now test cases started. See, now it is executed. Right, it is recognized the test those all scenarios and executed. Right now where the our report is. Refresh it. Right, Cucumber. There is a one folder generated. See, Cucumber HTML reports. Cucumber HTML reports. Here multiple files are generated. Failure HTML, feature HTML, steps HTML, tags HTML, and separate report for each feature. Okay, separate report for each feature. We can open just overview of the entire overview features. This will contain all the right report. Let's see here how it will show. Let's see each feature file. Right, what is the steps? Right, how many? This is the steps. Right, this login functionality has a 10 steps. Right, how many passed, how many failed. Right, it is showing here. Right, then pass scenarios, scenario wise. Right, first feature has a two scenarios, and then future. What is the future? Right, it will very clearly that if you want to send this report, right, everyone will understand very easily. Right, if you click on it, suppose if you click on it anything, it will show more details here. See what is the steps, what right, each steps what is executed before and after, right, it has everything. It will show very neatly if you click on that. Right, if you click on this one. Right, this is the more advanced Cucumber report. Right, what are the things we need to, first thing, we need to add the Maven Cucumber reporting plugin. Right, Maven Cucumber report plugin. Right, in the Cucumber report plugin, we have to tell from where, right? For this, it required a JSON, right? In the runner file, we must have a JSON plugin, right? Then only it will work, otherwise it will not work. Right, we have to generate the JSON. Based on that JSON, it will take that JSON, it will generate the report, right? First step is Maven Cucumber report plugin we need to add, and then this Surefire plugin, right? Surefire plugin will use to run using the Maven. Right. Then in runner file, we don't require only this is already we have, but this one we must have. Right. Then only it will run it. Right. Three things we have added: Cucumber reporting, Surefire plugin, and then this is already we have. Right. And we have to run using Maven only. Right. If you run by using right, we will see. We will delete this. Suppose if you try to run using right test engine directly, right click on the JUnit test. Right, what will happen? We'll see whether it will generate or not. I'll just refresh it. See, it is not run. Right, it not generated anything report. Right, because this plugin will execute only when right in the verify phase only. Right, in the verify phase. That means when you are running, right, run as Maven verify. Otherwise, we can run in the Maven in multiple ways. We can run right click and run. You can go to run configuration. Right, if you have idea about it, you will understand. Right, you can go Maven build, you can double click on it, it will generate. What is the directory? Cucumber. Then what is the goal here? We have to give verify. What is the goal? We have to verify. Just click on it. We can also run like this. If you want to run from command prompt also, we can run it. Right. How to run from command prompt? We'll see later. We have to set up the Maven first to run from the command prompt. Right? It will run. Right. From Eclipse, we can run it. Right. We can create the run configuration. Go to run configuration and double click on the Maven build or select the project. Just give the verify. That's it. It will execute it. Okay, fine. This is the first report, Cucumber report, advanced Cucumber report. Right. And then second one more thing. Suppose if you want to run an extent report, right? If you have a idea about the right test ng framework, there we will commonly integrate extent report, right? Here also we can generate the extent report. For that, what we require? For that, we require a two dependencies. We have to add the two dependencies. Right, the dependencies how to get it from the Maven. Right, we can go to Maven project. Let me show. I will show. Right. See, we can add the extent report, one dependency extent report. If you know already TestNG framework, you will get idea. But here, one more thing additionally we have added extent report adapter, Cucumber adapter, extent reports, Cucumber adapter. Right, this one additional. These two things. Right, if you go to right Maven repository, but you should know right. These two things I have to add for extent report. That is the difficulty, challenging thing. Right, if you can practice, anyone can practice your own, but right, those things will take a lot of time. Right, I have spent a lot of time to right to analyze those things, which one will work, which one will not work. Right, all versions will not work again. Right, those things that will take a longer time. Right, we can how to generate extent report. Right, we can go to search with extent reports. Right, we will get the right. See, first one we can take it, click on it, and then what is the latest version? 5.1. Right, if you have idea about it, extent report stopped. Right, they have stopped it June 24. There is no version of it. Right, they are integrating with they have started one more report. Right, if you have idea, in my channel it is there under report section. I have explained all the right different types of reports. They have stopped extent report. Actually, in the 2024 June, they have started a one more report. Right, that report I have explained in my channel. If you want, you can go to my channel and you can see under the report section. Right, now currently that is the latest report. This is not the extent report. They have stopped it. Right, fine. We can take it this one, latest one, 5.1.2 extent report. This dependency, we can add it. Then next dependency is what? Extent reports, Cucumber 7 adapter. Right, Cucumber 7. But I should know, right, before, without knowing, how can I search it? First, you should know these things I have to add. That will take time. All right, we can take it the latest version 1.14.0. We can add it. These two jar files we can add for the extent reports. Right. First, we need to add these two dependencies. And what is the next step? We have to add it. Right. In the runner file, come to runner file. Right. We have to add one plugin. We have to add the one plugin. Right. In the runner file, we have to add the plugin. Come here. Okay. This com dot want stack extent report. This is the package name. Right. This is the package name. And then what is the class name? Cucumber extent Cucumber adapter. Extent Cucumber adapter. Right. Remove the semicolon. Keep semicolon here. Right. This one we have to add it. Then only it will generate extent Cucumber adapter. Right. Now we will run it. We will try to run it and see whether it is really generating or not. Right. Once we execute, refresh it. I think Sure file. Right, nothing is generated. Right, nothing is generated. Right. Why it is not generated? Right, we have to add a few, I think, something else. SRC test resources, we have to add one more file called extent reports. Extent reports. We have to add extent report file, property file. Where to add? Under SRC test resources. Right, we have to add this property file. Right here we have to tell, okay, extent report, Spark reporter, true. What is the output where I want to generate it? Right, remaining to write these things false. Right, these are all not necessary. These two are important. Extend Spark report to true. That means it will generate a Spark report. If you have a test ng, you will get idea about it. Spark report, and then where is the path? Right now we will try to run it. Right, once done, just refresh it. Right click and refresh. Where under target folder, test output extend. Right, you can, if you already have extend report, it will show in the same thing. Right, this is the extend report. Right, it will show. See, this is the tax wise also. Right, we have given tax under login. How many? If we click it, how many feature files are there? Two scenarios are there. Regression, we have one. Smoke, we have two. If you want to see, right, each first one, click on it. Each scenario wise. Right, if you want to see each scenario, you can click on the each scenario. This is the steps. Right, this is the different steps we have under this. Right, different scenarios actually. Right, if you click on it, let's see. This is the each feature file. This is the each feature file. Each feature file have a different scenario. Right, and I think third one it will show as what is the start time and the end time. What are the how many are passed, how many failed. Right, here also it will show tax wise if how many are passed, how many failed. Right, this is how we can integrate the extent report. Extent report. We have a one more report, Allure report. Right, Allure report. That one, how to integrate that Allure report. Right, for Allure report also, we have to add one dependency. Right, Allure Cucumber 7 JVM. Right, we have to add this dependency, Allure JVM adapter, actually Cucumber JVM, Cucumber 7 JVM. Right, I in the tomorrow class, right, we'll see the how to commit code to the Git. I will explain that. Right, how to run from the Jenkins and how to run Git. Those things we will see those things also. Okay, just we have to give this Cucumber 7 JVM. Right, first thing is this one. Right, yes, sorry, where I have added. Oh, I have added same file. Sorry. Okay. Under dependency, just add this JVM dependency. And then what else we required here? One more in the plugin. In the plugin section, we have to add one more Allure plugin. Right, in the plugin section, come to plugin section, we have to add this Allure Maven plugin. Right, once we added one, we have added one is the dependency, Cucumber 7 JVM dependency, and one more is the plugin, Allure Maven plugin. And we have to add the runner file also. Right, in runner file also, we have to tell, right, we have to add the plugin to generate the this, right. Okay, fine. Okay, we have to add this class Allure Cucumber service. Right, this is the plugin actually. Right, plugin means this is the class. Right, see, this class will execute and it will generate the report. Right now, suppose if I run it, is it run? Right, for Allure reports, if you want to generate, right, we have a special thing we have to do it, otherwise it will not generate, will not generate. Right, it is generated something. See, it is generated some files, JSON files. Right, it is generated a JSON files, but how to see? We cannot see this one, right? Based on these files, based on these files, we have to generate the HTML. Like Cucumber plugin, right? We have based on the JSON file, by using this Cucumber plugin, we have generated the Cucumber advanced report. Same way, by using this JSON files, right? Under Allure results, it is generated these files. By using these files, we have to generate the report, HTML report. Right. For that, we require some additional steps. Right. For that, right, we have to generate one Allure zip file. We have to generate mm, Allure. Right. From the GitHub, we have to download the Allure zip file. There will be. Where is that? Okay, this is Allure 2, Allure 3. This is not this one. Mhm. Okay, fine. I think this is the right. Here we will get the Allure. Right. We have to open github.com Allure framework, Allure to releases. Right. Here we will get the zip file. Just click on the download. Right. Click on the download. It will right. Download it. I have already downloaded and extracted. Just extract it. Keep it somewhere. Right. Extract it. Keep it somewhere. Right. Then what is the next step? We have to add to the path variable. Right. We have to add. Right. It should recognize. We have to run from the command prompt. So it should recognize. Mm, Go to edit. Right. You know how to open this environment variables, right? Go to your path. It's not enabled. Okay. Click on environment. Right. Then go to path. Right. Double click on it. It will open. If we are using the Windows 11, it will open in a different look. Right. That is very easy in Windows 11. Windows 10 little bit difficult. Right. We have to add the at the last colon. Right. Don't delete anything from the path. Right. Colon. Give this path. What path we have to give? Up to bin. Right. Up to bin folder. Just copy this path. Semicolon and the paste that path. Right. Click on OK. Click on OK. Okay. Close it. Right. Now run. We have to run one command. We have to run one command. Right. Allure serve Allure results. Right. Once execution done. After we right, we have ran our test cases. Right. We have ran test cases. It is generated. Right. It is generated reports already. JSON reports. Right. In the Allure results, it is generated already reports. Now just we have to open this path in the command prompt. Right click, open System Explorer. Right, open this. Here Allure results are there. Right here. Right, open command prompt here. You can just type CMD. It will open command prompt in this path. Right, we have to give that command. What is the command? Allure. Right, Allure serve Allure. From where this is the path. From where you want to generate the report. This is the folder name. Right, this is the folder name. Allure -results. Right, it is generated. This is the folder right here generated. Allure, what is the folder name? Allure-results. Take from this folder, analyze the JSON files. We are telling generate the report. Press enter. Right, it will analyze that directory, and then based on the files available in that directory, it will generate the report. It will automatically open. Right, basically here it will run some server. It will start some server. It will open automatically. Right, here we can see. Let's see this functionality. What is the feature files? If we click on it, feature file, we can see each step. Right, scenarios available under that each feature. We can have a source. I think graphs we have, timelines, behaviors, and then package we have this is the package, right? Features package. Right, overview will contain how many scenarios are run, how many are failed. It will show everything. Right, this is a Allure report. Right, for Allure report, just we need this is the server. If we close this server, it will not work again. Right, if we close the server, if we refresh it, it will not show anything. Right, we have to run that command. It will automatically analyze the reports and it will start the server. It will show in the HTML format. Right, that is about the Allure report, how to generate. Right, those are the different reports available. Right, under Cucumber, we can generate it. Now, in the next classes, we will see how to run from the test engine. Right. So far, we ran using JUnit. Right. We are running our test cases by using the this is the JUnit way. But we can also run by using the test engine. Right. We can also run in the by using the test engine. We can see those things, and then some of the advanced things we will see, and the parallel, how to execute the parallel, and how to I will explain about the Git and how to integrate with the Git, how to run from the Jenkins. Those things also in the next classes we will see. Okay, yeah. Anyone has any questions? Right, okay. If you don't have any